This is a show I've never seen. A Step Beyond. Never heard of it, never seen it, ever. This man is going to be executed in 21 minutes. 20 minutes now, sir. Yes. We've already picked up on the theme today. It's very strange, but nonetheless. I'll be giving you that in a second after we find the breakaway point of this odd show. You should just watch him be killed, right? No, I'm sure they'll turn it around for him or something. Unless he actually takes that one step beyond and dies. So, is that his guard? Yeah, see, I don't... They're doing World War I, I think. Maybe two, but it's very hard to tell. Well, but they're in France. There was already another show. The other show had... Hey, kitty. What's up? Let's go these radiations now. Yeah, I gotta get it. I'll be a little...
The solar activation is letting there be pauses in time, where you can make real quick adjustments in your life. Hey, it's a start.
Hold on. Alright, we're already getting some strange effects. It had me stuck right in the front. Come on, kitty, come on up. I gotta get this radiation from the sun. The CMEs. Now, I have a... Don't get too sidetracked. Okay. Alright. First things first. So, the first show that I watched in there that started to come out to be, it seemed synchronous or whatever you want to call it. The theme really stood out. It was a guy, he was a father, I guess his wife just died. He had his little girl, and his little girl had these 3 dolls. Well, they were teaching her how to dance. They were telling her different ways to heat the house. And, they thought she was just talking to her imaginary friend. But guess what? No imaginary friend. No, there was a creepy Indonesian-looking housekeeper. Come on up. And he said, "Nope. Those aren't imaginary friends. They're ghosts." So she's got 3 dolls, and they're haunted by ghosts. Well, Dad's thinking she's just acting crazy, and he's going to be a good dad, so he's going to cut out the crazy by throwing away the dolls or whatever. And that's when the Indonesian butler clued him into what was really going on. And having done so, the aunt went up there, and I guess the ghost touched the aunt. So they weren't restricted to the doll, but they were included in the package of, we're going to haunt you. Hey, they came with the house, though. So somehow the ghosts were inhabiting the dolls. That's not far from the operational reality here. So, okay, we'll check that box. Now, the next one, there was some kind of, I don't know, it sounds like they had like a Virgin Mary appearance over all the soldiers that were fighting in like the French. They had those like French guard looking people. French, they didn't do too very good in World War II. So the Germans had already made it over, although they were operating a steady resistance Give them that. That's better than what we got going on over here right now. Which brings us to our third theme. This guy about to get executed on this show. Just very strange. These are just very strange things. And they stick out like a fucking sore thumb. Although he was in the jail, like I had the dream of having the phone that on the front of the phone, like the wallpaper for the phone, was a cell bars, a skeleton, and the little plank on a chain that he was sitting on. Like, because, you know, they have to always anchor everything to chains so that your thing's on a chain. It's the theme for jail. Oh, man. But in regards to this, I've got this wonderful channel I found. This Karen name, what is her name? Maybe it's Gloria Hill, or I don't know. It's very strange. She looks like a little 55-year-old Catholic lady. And she talks and says strange words. And I have to assume that has to do with my perceptors being as a Southern person. You know, she keeps saying you all. I'm like, man, shorten it up, just y'all. Come on, y'all. Just give us a y'all. Which I know that the further more north you go, saying that, people think you are ridiculous. What did you say? Y'all? We don't say y'all. I said, well, we'll get used to it, because I do. You just learned your first fucking Spanglish, motherfucker.
We say y'all in hell.
Yeah, you know, people in the South are different. But we're really not used to being handled in the tyrannical way. And we tend to buck back. And, you know, the Civil War, I'm pretty sure, were the South really wanting to, and they weren't trying to send the message that they weren't trying to be aggressive in the early part of the war. They could have just took Washington because they were there. And they told the people, they're like, we're not here for you. That's not why we're here. We're not here to fight with you. You know, there was still some civility going on. But you know what? We're going to have to do that again, and I don't know if that's their plan. You know, and I don't know what I can do about it. This is what I'm doing. This is my response. I'm not someone who, you know, if there is some sort of way that I can, I do. So you don't have to worry about that. But as far as mobilize the community, I don't know why that hasn't happened on its own either. And I'm kind of pissed off. There seems to be plenty of mechanisms, be it the police, be it the military, that should be way steps ahead of me, the riotous natural man out here, you know. Because there's really nothing that I can't. I'm not going to write my comment, okay? You know, what am I going to write? What am I going to do? Take my one single ass and protest some old thing? I think they ought to fucking impeach ass. Just because, number one, he ain't running. He's not president. Whoever's fucking handling him is the president, and that's a violation. Your country, you look, Matt, you couldn't pull that off if you went to your job and you just tried to play the boss. If there's a real boss, until that whole thing becomes fucking Duplo block, Mickey Mouse. Another aberration of time right there. It has happened for the United States.
You saw that shit.
Now, maybe if you supported Biden, I'm sorry for hurting your sensibilities, but everybody else in the damn world knows that fucking stole that election. And that they're just not going to pursue it because that other side, what y'all have is the mind control and the criminal element of the corrupt. That's the Democrats. Y'all have that on lock. You know, and I'm not really a Republican per se, you know, because frankly, I don't trust any of them, you know, but I didn't see what Donald J. Trump was fucking with that fucked with me. I didn't see him fucking with anything that fucked with me in my life. You know, I didn't have transgenders put in kid videos out or trying to show up and do the shit like they're doing now. You know, for such a small part of the population, why do they have to shove that down our throat? Nobody's bothering them. They let them do what they do. Why do we have to participate? You know, when you're divergent, there are certain things you just don't participate in because that's what being divergent is. You know, trying to make everybody fucking sit down to your tea party, your little fucking tea party you're gonna set up for everyone and making them drink and pretend it's real, ain't happening. It's inappropriate. You should know that. I have shit that I do that's inappropriate. I don't try to make that main stage. You know, to make myself feel better or normalized. So I don't understand that logic already. I find whenever you force people to do stuff in that type of manner, you don't get, I like this, I got the eye patch now. You don't get, the result that you would really want unless you're just trying to be, a narcissist, control freak. And you want to be able to smack down anybody that doesn't do what you like. That's not genuine. That's command and control. That's narcissism. That's mental illness. Just because you have power doesn't mean you're not mentally ill.
Good.